everyone, and welcome back to the Hexagon Challenge here on Shaun Does FM. I hope you are doing well today. For the first time since we've come to Mexico, we take on Club America. Finally, it is going to happen, and it is one of our last games of the Liga MX season, the last one you'll see on camera before we crack into the playoffs tomorrow. So if you're looking forward to that, remember to go down below, leave a thumbs up on the video, and if you haven't done so already, also consider hitting that subscribe button and turning that notification bell on as well. It is greatly appreciated. So, Club America, finally, for the first time since we've come to Mexico, it's been over half a season now. Finally, we get to play these guys, the team who really should be our biggest challenge here in Mexico. And luckily for us, not much pressure on us to win this game because we've already secured top spot in the league and a playoff spot as well. So that is nice. We're already guaranteed to be going through to the quarterfinals of the first phase of Liga MX. But since yesterday's episode, which was a game against Tigres, the Clásico Regio, if you missed it, I'll leave a link in the top right corner. We picked up a very impressive 6-0 win, a couple of 6-goal games. In the last few episodes, we've played quite a few Liga MX games off the back of that to get up to this Club America game. We'll run you guys through those first. First off, we took on Atletico San Luis away from home and picked up a 2-0 win. It took us until the 52nd minute to open the scoring. A simple free kick from Renan to the far post, and Carvajal tucks that away. And for some reason, it will not play the Pedrita goal in the 64th minute, but he did get one coming off the bench for Villalba, and that made it 2-0. Not too sure why that's not working, but apologies. We did win it 2-0. Solid win. Not our most dominant performance, but a good solid win against Atletico San Luis, who were playing 5 at the back, so that's a good win considering that is a system we have struggled against sometimes with this 4-3-3 that we do use in this Caversham Crusher tactic of ours. Off the back of that, we took on Puebla, a 1-0 win at home. The goal coming after 16 minutes. Garcia, the left wing, with a block shot there. It falls to Ayala, over to Nunes, and just rockets one into the top right corner. That was our rotation team. So a good solid win for them against a fairly average opponent. That was a game that we were a lot more dominant in, albeit Puebla did fire a little bit back, but still looked a better team, and it was good to get that 1-0 result a little bit closer than we would have liked, but a win is a win against another team who ended up playing 5 at the back, so we're starting to get a common theme here in Mexico. Then off the back of that, we took on Dorados, the team that we took on in the Liga MX second phase final here last season, and we kept a good run of form against these guys going with a 4-1 win yet again at home. Really good performance from us this time around. Alvarez just about around the 40-minute mark, making his way down the right, puts the ball across. Carvajal gets his head to it just through the hand of McCrory, and it goes into the back of the net to make it 1-0 at half-time. He made it a double early in the second half. Barber down the left, slots him through, and he gets that just inside that far post, beating the keeper to the ball, and we go 2-0 up just after half-time. Then at the 70-minute mark, it was the big man up front, Puente. It was a absolute cluster, that goal. We were ridiculously lucky, a clearance that just fell into his path, and he tucked it away, albeit they did get that goal back shortly afterwards. A bit soft there, but the American striker, Bucky, chips the goalkeeper and makes it 3-1 with just over a quarter of an hour to go. But then Carvajal, who has been excellent for us this season since coming to the club, makes it a hat-trick. It's some good play. Hernandez finds Carvajal, just a simple sweep home to make it a hat-trick, and 4-1 on the day. As I said, really good performance, our best one of those games that we have played since yesterday's episode. Another team playing 5 at the back. Robley's in the red. That's always a good sign when a player's in the red. Usually means that you've dominated them, and it was a good performance. And coming into today's game, we took on Pumas, who are right up there in terms of the qualification mix for automatic qualification to the playoffs, skipping that preliminary round, and this was another good win for us at home, 3-0. This was a game that took us a long time to get going despite our dominance, and a ball fizzed in there to Garcia from Wellison, receives it back in a really nice finish into the left-hand corner to make it 1-0. Then in the 82nd minute is Pidgelita making his way down the right over to Clayton, puts the ball in, and it is Puente who gets his head to it to make it 2-0. And then only a few minutes later, it was Puente picking up a double. We're just knocking the ball about the back here. Nunes up to Hernandez, good ball for Puente, rockets it into the top right corner, and we get a 3-0 win. You'll see the stats. Really should have closed that game out soon. A very dominant performance from us. Just took us until very late to get the goals on the board to make that show, and a good, solid performance against a team who were playing 4 at the back. So they did something different to the other teams that we were playing against in that little period. But what that does mean, as I said, is we have guaranteed top spot with 3 games to go. We are 12 points clear of Cruz Azul. But in behind Cruz Azul, it is a real cluster trying to figure out which teams are going to make the preliminary round. Between Club America and Deportivo Toluca, there are only 4 points. With 3 games to go, teams could quite easily slide out of that top 12, let alone top 4. So if we can beat Club America here today, they could end up in a very tricky situation going into the last couple of games of the season. But we don't need to worry about things too much. Obviously, we want to keep good momentum going, but we're already guaranteed to be having home advantage in the second leg of ties throughout those playoffs and to be skipping the preliminary round, which should help us out as well. So we'll come back shortly for this game from the Estadio Azteca. Injury-wise, it's pretty much the same as it was in yesterday's episode. Nothing too big there to worry about. Got a few players getting closer to their returns, likes of Gutierrez, so hopefully that does happen by the time of tomorrow's episode when we do get into the playoffs. But we'll come back shortly for the first game against Club America since we've joined Monterrey. Hopefully we can keep our good form going and put these guys' qualification hopes for the playoffs in a little bit of doubt. So Club America, the home team, here is their lineup, a 4-3-3, kind of a 4-4-2 actually, but that is how they're looking. Obviously the first time we've played them, so not too familiar with their team. And our team, we've got Jimenez back into the midfield. First choice, most areas got Solly up top because Puente needs a little bit of a rest, and Wellison on the right while Gutierrez is out, with Carvajal keeping that left wing spot. And there is the league table. You can see we don't really need to win this game, but it would be nice to try and put Club America in a little bit of jeopardy of missing out on the playoffs. But we will be kicking off in our dark blue, playing right to left, Club America in the home uniform of the light yellow. We pump it forward early, but they do cut it out, and it is nil early doors, although we now have a free kick. We find Carvajal. It's in the back of the net, but it looks like it's going to be given offside. It was a good header, got through the hand of Almaraz, so it was nearly a good start for us, but I suspect it's going to be offside, and indeed it is. We'll see just how close it was on this replay. It did look a bit too good to be true, and indeed Carvajal is well offside. Good header, but it won't count, and it does remain 0-0 after 1 minute. 4 minutes gone here in Club America now for free kick at the other end. Paulo heads it away, and Carvajal is going to get something going on the counter for us. And can we get one in the back of the net legally this time? He tries to square that across a Wallace on a slide tackle, trying to put that in the bottom left corner, but a decent save. It does remain 0 early doors, although now we have a throw-in. So we're having a good start to this game, looking the more dangerous team as Barber down the left tries to put a ball in. Jimenez back from injury will tidy things up, and we now look to build something yet again. Nice ball there out to Almaraz, whips one in. Barber with the header, and this time we go 1-0 up. That was a really good start from us. Opening 6 minutes, based on the highlights that we've seen, we've been all over them, and we get something in the back of the net legally this time to get some reward for that. It was a nice ball here from Renan out to Almaraz. He just keeps this in and puts a nice ball in for Barber, wing back to wing back, and with a bit of help from the upright, we go 1-0 up after 6 minutes. 17 minutes gone, we have a throw-in, looking to make it 2-0 early doors, but a very good start for us so far. We've definitely got the more threatening team. Oh, what a chance for Solly. Puente might have put that away, but it remains 1-0 for now. 38 minutes gone, we have a free kick, but things have quietened down since those opening 20 minutes or so, but we are in another good position here to try and make it 2. Solly with the header, tries to flick that on, it goes straight to Almaraz there. Almaraz and goal, and he'll look to clear this, and the highlight will continue, so maybe a chance for them, although Paulo cuts it out. Another good ball here for Solly. What can he do? Has a shot that's a decent save from Almaraz. It was more or less straight at him, a little bit dodgy with the deflection, but it will remain 1-0 at the 40-minute mark. 41 minutes gone here, we have a corner, so we're keeping the pressure on Club America. They head that away through Barrientos, but Barco will tidy things up for us. It's a nice ball in there, trying to find Solly. He's left it for Carvajal, and that's a really good save from Almaraz in goal for Club America. Great chance there just before halftime to make it 2-0, but we do still have another corner. Barrientos clearing that away, and it will remain 1-0 just shy of halftime. And indeed, that is halftime. A really good half from us. I'm not too sure where Club America had their shot, but they have had one. We've only had 6, but I think we saw most of those in those highlights that we have seen, because based on what we've seen highlight-wise, we've looked quite dominant in this game, so that's nice. Hopefully we can keep it up in the second half, but pretty happy with how things are going. 1-0 up, hopefully get another goal in the second half, just to put a cushion on these guys in case they do get a goal back on us, but looking good so far, 1-0 at halftime. Okay, 53 minutes gone here. Club America about to take a free kick. We're going to try and halt that Well, this one not going too well. I've put Pidgeotto in there, but I think we might bring Puente on and switch him with Solly because Solly has missed a few really good chances in that first half to pass 2-0 up. So we'll make that change. We'll put Puente up top instead of Solly. So that will be the change that we make. So it will get things in the right order how they should be wing-wise. Solly has been useful at times on that right wing for us with his height. We'll see if this highlight does continue, and it will. So Hernandez to take the free kick before he can make that sub. We do head it away. Savigla now just outside the box plays a good ball for Hernandez. It forces a decent save out of Schneller to tip that over the bar. We'll see if the corner does take place, and it will, despite the substitution being made, although it might help us at the back with a bit more height back there with both Solly and Puente. They fizz a ball in, but we do clear it away. We'll see if the highlight continues. It does. A long ball over the top, and they do get their foot to it, but he was offside despite hitting it wide. And it remains 1-0 at the 54-minute mark. 57 minutes gone, and we have a throw-in. So apart from a couple of shots looking quite dominant in this game so far, Solly with the header. How has that got through Almaraz in goal? That is very soft from the Club America keeper, who up until now have been doing quite well, but we go 2-0 up just after we put Solly onto that right wing. He gets his head to one and gives us that cushion goal. It's a pretty harmless looking ball in from Barber. The header from the Club America defender is missed, and that's really soft from Almaraz. And we go 2-0 up, albeit Club America will look to strike back immediately from the restart, but that's not great from Almaraz in goal for them. Of course, they did sell one of the better goalkeepers in the league earlier this season, as well as a good striker, and it doesn't look like, based on what we've seen so far, that they've replaced them adequately. So that could be a factor with Club America at the moment, but it's a good interception, and maybe we're going to try and make it 3-0 just before the hour mark. Barber on the ball, just holding things up over to Carvajal, having a solid game without setting the world on fire, but he has been very good for us since joining this season. And now Solly, Puente, Almaraz, some really nice play, tries to beat him at the near post. That time Almaraz with a very good save to keep that out, and it does remain 2-0, although we do have the corner as we try and put this game beyond doubt, but they do head it away out to Barco, just holding the ball up, back out to Renan. Can we get another goal just to wrap this game up, probably with half an hour left yet, but looking quite good for us as we're knocking the ball about. It is Barco on the ball, switches that out to Almaraz, and he's going to try and put another dangerous ball in. Renan will get a shot off, but this time they clear it to Club America, although Paolo ties things up for us, and it does remain 2-0 at the hour mark. 63 minutes gone here. We are going to make a substitution. Carvajal, as I said, solid game, but he's been very good for us. We want to keep him fresh for those playoffs. We'll bring Gelado Garcia on for him. That's our second change. We'll probably keep one in hand just in case we get a late injury. I'm a bit cautious of that after the last few episodes where we nearly been caught out because of it. But 2 subs done, looking good, 2-0 up with just under half an hour to go. 80 minutes gone, Club America with a free kick. It's played over the top, and Wazinho is able to get him behind far too easily. It's a good save there from Schneller, but it is Wazinho who's just tapped that in. I'm a bit surprised he's not offside there, actually, because I thought the ball that was put back in there from the player following up, I think he would have been offside from it. We'll just check. Yeah, I'm not too sure how he's not offside there, Wazinho. Ibanez with the strike, he's just swept it home. You're going to check offside. That's not the offside we want to be checking. That's a bit dodgy, I think, that goal. But they're back in this 2-1 at the 81-minute mark, and they have a throw in their half. So this is a bit dangerous. We get a foot in, but they do get possession back, and it would be a bit harsh if they got back into this because I have questions about that goal, it's fair to say. But a nice ball over the top. Wazinho, what can he do? He puts it wide. That might be a little bit of justice there, perhaps. It remains 2-1 at the 83-minute mark, but they are coming strong in the last 10 minutes by the look of it, Club America. 88 minutes gone. We have a free kick. Can we put it beyond doubt? Renan puts in Montoya just over the bar. Decent chance, but it does remain 2-1 as we get in the last few minutes of this game. 89 minutes gone, so shortly after that last highlight, and now they have a free kick. Another simple ball there for Wazinho, but straight at Schneller. They're getting him behind us, but at the moment, it hasn't cost us too much. And it does remain 2-1 as we enter injury time. There's 5 minutes of it. We knock it about the back from a goal/free kick. Garcia hitting that forward for no real reason and giving them possession back, which is a little bit questionable, but they will have to come all the way from the back here, will Club America. But that is a nice ball, though, well cut out by Almaraz, having a very good game and assist. And he now has got a good interception there just to break things up. Making his way down the right again is our young right back. Just inside the box, gets past his man, the goalkeeper, and absolutely no man's land. If the defender doesn't cut that out, I think that's an easy goal for us, but well done by the Club America defence to cover up a bit of a blemish from their goalkeeper. He's had a few of those today now, look quite good for the most part, but also a little bit Jekyll and Hyde at times. But we are in possession with only 3 minutes to go, knocking the ball about. Renan tries to put a ball in behind, but it's cut out pretty easily. Now they do have a goal kick, though, as we try and get them just to get a cushion goal right before full time. Good slide tackle there from Meza. Renan to Alvarez. Soli, that's a really poor pass, and they'll try and get us on the counter here. Lazinho's missed a couple of really good chances today to equalise for them. He puts the ball across. They will have a corner at the 94-minute mark, but it will not get shown. And from that, we have a free kick in the 95th minute. Hopefully, we can just keep possession. In fact, we don't really need to do that for that long because the game is over. We get home 2-1 over Club America. The formation looking a bit funny there. I did pull both wingers back for those last few minutes once they got that goal back. Still have questions about their first goal in those last 10 minutes. I swear the guy was offside, but we looked pretty good in the first half, either side of it, and we get a solid 2-1 win against Club America, and we'll see what implications that has on the league table going into the last few games of the season shortly. So a good solid 2-1 win for us there. Club America nearly getting back into it late, but to be fair, we had a few good chances to put that game beyond doubt earlier as well. I remember Soli in the first half missing a couple of pretty easy chances, much like Wazinho did for them. So probably a fair result in the end. In our last on-camera game before we enter the playoffs, that's what we will be doing tomorrow because we're going to be entering at the quarterfinals. Can't tell you who we're going to be playing yet. We're going to have to wait a little while for that draw after the preliminary round, and there are still a few more games to go in the league stage, which will bring you guys highlights of tomorrow. But looking at the league table, it is wide open behind us and Cluj Azul. They are guaranteed more or less second now. I suppose Pumas could come and catch them, but they are definitely safe in that top four, it would appear. In terms of in behind that, though, from Pumas down to Mazatian in 15th, all of them still have chances of making the top 12 for the playoffs. So all the teams from third down still need to keep up a decent run of form. Otherwise, they could be sliding down the table quite quickly. You can see Club America haven't dipped too much after that loss to us, only down to 5th. But if they struggle a little bit more, they could be on the verge of missing out. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in the last few games of the season, as well as the preliminary round prior to the quarterfinals, where we will enter for this first phase of the Mexican season. But that will do for today's episode. Tomorrow we'll catch you guys up on all the stuff that happens between now and the quarterfinals, and also inform you of who we are playing. If you did enjoy today's episode, solid 2-1 win, as I said, over Club America, then make sure to go down below, leave a thumbs up on the video, and also if you haven't done so already, also consider hitting that subscribe button and turn that notification bell on as well. It would be very nice indeed. And until tomorrow, where we're going to be playing a two-legged quarterfinal, as I said, not sure exactly who against yet, but hopefully we'll have a few more first team players available for that game as well. The likes of Guti Arias should be back as well, so that's something to look forward to. But until then, thank you very much for watching. Keep on keeping on, and I'll see you then. Cheers.